let me show you all the details about the Pure One S50 Pro Tineco vacuum. I'm really excited to put this cordless stick vacuum to the test, as Tineco is a very well-known brand in the vacuum industry, and this is one of their newest releases. So in this video, I'm going to unbox this, go over everything you get, and then we're going to test it on a variety of carpets and hardwoods. Let's get to it. Now, the box itself has a quick unboxing guide for you. Of course, we start with a manual. This might be the coolest stick vacuum arm I have ever seen. Obvious connections on the bottom and the top with buttons to disconnect. But right here, there's a button that lets it bend completely, giving you full control to get under furniture to truly have it go completely flat. A focused nozzle attachment that also has the brush component built in. Then you get this mini power brush, which of course is powered. It also is able to rotate, so you can really get it into areas and it's gonna focus wherever it is aimed. Very nice. And of course we have the main power brush. Really nice brush here, easy to take out on the side when you need to clean it. And it has a lock you need to line up when you put it back in. Just make sure it gets on its point. Lock it back into place. It also has options on the front for small debris or large debris, which actually make these little plastic pieces come down almost like little teeth to block things from going under there. You can see that it has a light and it goes quite flat here. I would say at its maximum, it is about 1.5 inches. So it'll never fit under furniture that's less than 1.5 inches from the surface, but it is going to go flat under everything else. And I absolutely love that it has a standalone charging dock, so you don't have to drill into any walls to hang this. It can just sit on its dock. It has all the accessory containers on the back and a nice standard plug. So final piece is the vacuum itself. What is so cool about this cordless stick vacuum is it is a 2-in-1. So this is your handheld vacuum, and when you add the arm, it obviously turns into a cordless vacuum. It does have some heft to it. I am not surprised in the slightest, as this is supposed to be very powerful, have extremely strong suction, especially for the size. And what I'm really excited to put to test is the 95-minute runtime. For a cordless vacuum, that's unheard of. Now, this does have some components to it, obviously. The bottom is the battery. So it has a detachable battery, and I find that to be really, really nice because over time, the battery might be the thing that goes first and you can get a new battery. And it really does just slide right in. Very clean there. And then of course, this is your dustbin. You hit a button on the top as it's aimed over a trash, of course, because it'll pop right open, dumping everything out. And then when you want to take apart the entire dustbin, it has another button right here. And when you open up that latch, it comes off completely. And this is so you can clean and access the filters, which this is one impressive filter. I really, really like it because it's very clearly a cloth and foam filter, and you can wash this. Just make sure it's fully dried before you put it back in the dustbin. And then you can pull out the rest of the filter as well, which is this metal mesh, but it's very cool as well. It has an almost honeycomb-like design. It's very much controlling the airflow, focusing it where it wants, and making sure that everything is cleaned out between this mesh and these two different materials in this much thicker cloth filter. This is all washable, reusable, just make sure it dries. Really, really impressive there. And that does just hook right in. And then it's ready to go. Popping it back on is very straightforward. And when you turn it on, it will be loud since I'm right next to it, but it is remarkably quiet for a cordless vacuum. And it starts in auto mode. And in this mode, it's going to automatically adapt to what it's cleaning. It also has eco mode, and eco mode obviously sounds lower, is lower. And then if you hold it down, it goes to max. And I don't know if you heard me, but when I held it down, it got to maximum, which is definitely louder, stronger, very powerful. And when this is on, the number in the middle is how much battery life you have left, and then it has a color around the sides, and that will change color depending on how dirty it thinks what it's cleaning is. So this is adaptive. I'm really interested to see how that works. Now, before I put the vacuum to the test, I just want to set up the charging dock real quick. This is designed to be able to fold down when not in use, or if you need to pack it away and then go up, and then you have to push it down to lock it into place. So you'll want to put it down on a surface and push down, and now that is fully in and it's not going to tip over anymore. Now, charging is super easy. It just charges on the back and it just locks into place and it'll just stay upright. Though keep in mind that the top of it is very heavy, so you will want to have this near a wall. And then you have 3 accessory points in the back. I got the S50 that only comes with 2 accessories, so I'm just gonna stick those in these spots, but you can have 3 depending on which model you got. And that's it. Let's put this to the test. Now, there are 2 things I'm testing here. 1 is how well it sucks all this litter up, and 2 is whether or not it makes the litter go elsewhere. Often with powered brushes, you can have some of debris like litter get sprayed out as the brush spins. And I'm gonna let it run in auto mode. Let it do its thing. It did a perfect job. I love the green LED as it really makes dirt light up. And I really love that the screen actually did change color on me, going bright red as I went over all of that litter. Now I'm actually on a ruggable carpet. These are notorious for getting sucked up into whatever vacuum I'm using. So I'll be very curious how it does, not only in vacuuming all of this cat litter up, but in not pulling up the carpet. Let's go. It did pull up the carpet as I expected, but it also did a fantastic job. So keep in mind that if you have loose carpet and you go on auto, it is still going to grab your carpet. Let me try it in eco mode and see how well that does. I'm going to turn it on real quick. Now I'm in eco mode. It works perfectly in eco mode on the loose carpet. Now, while I'm in this room, I also want to test having this go under furniture. So we're going to first off unlock it so it can bend all the way down. That is so cool, and it really does have full flex. Let's see how it does under furniture and under the bed. Now, obviously, I am limited by the length of this arm, but it goes a really long ways and it's very easy to control. This is really, really nice. Let's go test it on some plush carpet. Now, this is as plush as I can test it on. This is a medium pile carpet. So I just dumped everything it already vacuumed up. I'm actually pretty shocked at how much hair it had vacuumed up in the little bit I've been vacuuming. You've seen everything I have vacuumed, so that's impressive to me. And this time I'm going to hold the camera so you can see how it reacts when it vacuums. It's going to change color as it goes over that. It also did a perfect job, extremely well vacuuming. That was one back and forth. It took everything up without any issue at all. So let's get this vacuumed all the way. I seriously just found my new favorite vacuum. This is amazing. Now for my final test, I'm gonna pour some of that dirty litter, not all of it, but some of it, onto our couch. Again, this is actually clean litter. It's only dirty because I've been vacuuming it up over and over again. But now that is all over our upholstery, and I'm gonna test this as a handheld this time. So I'm gonna add on the mini powered brush and give this a try. And this attachment is both really, really cool and has one minor con. Because I was vacuuming up litter, a little bit of it got attached to the tops of it. And you can see that when I tip it on its side and go back and forth, it is dropping a little bit of that litter. But in normal circumstances, it's amazing, and I love using it because it actually tips with me. So it gives me a lot more flex with what I'm vacuuming without me just feeling stuck. And even with all the testing I've been doing, it has only gone down about 15 on its battery life, which means that this really should last for 95 minutes. Now, I have tested dozens of different stick vacuums over the years, and I actually bought this Tineco because I had never tried a Tineco before, and I knew as a new release and how well recommended these were that this should be great. But let me tell you, I had no idea how giddy I would be after testing this vacuum. This is definitely replacing my existing stick vacuum, which I do love because this is arguably better. It is stronger, it has really nice attachments, it adapts to what I'm cleaning, and it does such an excellent job. As long as that battery life holds up to what they promise, this really is a nearly perfect stick vacuum. I highly recommend this Tineco vacuum. If you are looking for a stick vacuum, this is worth it.